as you see here, I got a little bit done with the car, and I'm going to show you guys what I did get done, and then we're going to get into what we're going to do in today's video. So I just got the front end laid on right now because I kind of just wanted to see what it will look like with the carbon hood and stuff like that. So all this do have to come back off, and I got all the front end put back into her. So I'm going to pick back up now, and I'll show you guys up close and in depth on what I got done. So the car looks a little bit different from the last time that you guys seen it. I got the front clip laid back on now because it hasn't been put together now in almost 2 years. I just want to make sure that I got all the nuts, all the bolts, make sure that all my lines are good on my headlights and stuff like that. I will be taking all this back off in this video because we're going to be doing the brake lines today. So I got all the front suspension put back in the car, along with my sway bar, my new control arms, my new brakes, stuff like that. I just got my rims laid on because I don't want it to be on the floor getting all smacked up. But yeah, so everything in there is put back together. I'm still waiting for my sway bar bushings to go in there because right now the sway bar is just in there. And I got to tighten it all up. I just got all this in now until I get my last few things so that I can completely go ahead and put back in the CV axles, put back in my coilovers and all that type of stuff. So inside the car, I still haven't really done a big lap in here yet. I just got the dash laid into her. I did go ahead and I patched the antenna hole because this car is not getting speakers or stereo, nothing like that. It's just going to be as light as I can get it and as fast as I can get it. So I'm going to set you guys up now into a time lapse. We're going to haul the two front fenders off for the bumper, and then we're going to pick back up, and I'm going to show you guys how I plan on making the templates for the brake lines, and then I'm going to show you guys how to use the flare tool and stuff like that and get a nice good flare so that there won't be no leaks in the brake system. So the front clip's off. Now we can get into how we're going to start doing the brake lines. So I'm going to start out first by doing the ones that are going to go from the Brake Master to these two bulkheads. So I got to take off the intake, and then we're going to start going into how we're going to do the templates to make up the brake line. So I got you guys set up in the engine bay. We're going to go ahead now and get off the intake manifold and put that in a blanket so we don't scratch on anything, and then I'm going to start making up a template. So get this off just like that. Lay this over here. So we're going to get back into the brake line tuck kit that we got here. So factory on these cars, they have just a normal hard line coming out of the Brake Master here, and they just come up around here. But on this car now, I'm going to convert them into a banjo bolt. That way I can point this whichever way that I want it to make it look as clean as I can. So I'm going to get these on here now. Got to take off my little tape job because I didn't want nothing to get on the paint. So we get this off, and then we're going to go ahead and put these in, and then start making up the template. Get all this bag off first. Perfect. So I got those on. I'm going to run these now out straight, each one. So I can take this one here now, run this back tight to the brake booster, over, and then into here. And this one here then, do the same thing. Make it all nice and tight. So now I got some aluminum filler rod here that you would use for doing TIG welding, that I'm going to slot into that hole right there, and then just bend this to whatever way I want my brake line to go. then I have something to go by when I actually go to make up the line itself. So this is how they look so far. I ran them out of here, up and around in a nice tight looking way. So it shouldn't look too bad like that. Now these hard bends won't be as hard as that. I'm just doing that by hand. So when I go to do the actual brake line, these will be nice, soft 90 bends. Like this one here probably won't have two kinks there. It'll just come out and be one nice straight 90. But this here will just get me into the right ballpark on where it's got to be. So yeah, so now the next step is to take them back off, go over to the bench, get the actual brake line, and start doing the same thing as what I just did, but on the actual brake line. So guys, there you have it. I got a couple templates made up. I got to get into making up the brake lines now. I don't really want to bore you guys too much with making up and bending up lines. The most important part is just knowing how to make the template and make them the right length. So that's kind of what I showed you guys here today. So here we have, this is one of them. And then we got the other one right here. So in the next video that you guys will see, most likely I'm going to have all them lines done. Because I'm kind of waiting on parts right now. And if I was to make one video on doing all these brake lines, it'll probably be 5 hours long. So I don't think you guys would kind of want to see that. So I kind of had an idea. I'm not sure if you guys would be interested. But I was thinking that at 500 subs on my channel, make a small supply of EG Garage t-shirts. So maybe someday if I get a lot more subscribers, we can look back on my first ever merch drop at 500 subs. I think it'd be pretty cool. So just put a comment down below if you guys would be interested in that. And we will go from there. So yeah guys, that's it for this one. I'll see you next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.